Bossing, skilling, guides. Hey guys, what is up? It is Scuzzy. Welcome to another Runescape Rambles episode. This is going to be episode 10, and we're going to talk about some more Runescape updates, particularly the month of February. In the background, I'm just going to be doing some Slayer because I'm still going for my retrim, and that's going progress towards my retrim. Anyways, so we're going to begin with Monday the 6th, and a couple of things are gonna be jam-packed into these couple of updates. A lot of stuff coming into the game this February. So the first thing that they talked about, Jagex talked about, is the 15-year Veterans Cape, and this is actually pretty cool. If you did not watch the live stream or the YouTube video that they showed off the cape and what it looks like, and I'm going to have it pop up on screen now. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. So not many people are actually going to have this cape because you need to have been playing this game since RuneScape Classic. I've been playing on this account and my first account since RuneScape Classic, and there was actually a time where you could move over your account from RuneScape Classic into what they called RuneScape 2 at the time, which is do they call it RuneScape 2? I think they call that RuneScape 2. That's why this one's RuneScape 3, if anybody was wondering why the hell this is called RuneScape 3. No, I think they jumped right past the normal RuneScape, because it was called RuneScape. It wasn't called Classic. And then the game updated to RuneScape 2, and wait, why isn't this... I don't know, but we're at RuneScape 3 at this point, and it's been almost 15 years, if not 15 years, I believe. They started in... No, they started in like 1999, right? I think. Yeah, they definitely started in 1999, and the game was fun back then, but you're talking like, 17, 18 years ago, and computers and games from computers were just like online ones were just coming into existence. You had the platform games and stuff, console games on your Sega Genesis or whatever. That's what I had as a kid. But the online community really for games came together back in the late 1900s. That sounds so weird. That sounds so weird. But yeah, so it's been 15 years. I haven't been around the game long enough to actually get that. I don't really want to talk about the amount of time that I've had on my account, but I'll try to showcase the cape. But it's in the background right now, so you can see it. It's got some pretty cool particle effects, almost as cool as, maybe even cooler than the Trim Completionist cape, which is actually, well, the thing is, it's going to take way longer for you to get this cape than the Trim Completionist cape, and it's definitely a well-deserved, memento for just having an account for that long, and showing that Jagex is appreciative that we've been playing for so long. I don't think you have to be a member for that long, because that would be a little ridiculous, but you do have to have your account for that long. So, I'm not sure who's going to have it. There's not going to be very many people. It does cost 150K. They did say that the way that the counter works right now, it doesn't work from day one of RuneScape. So they're going to be releasing more info on that when it's day of release, which will be on the 6th, in 5 days from now. Second thing that's coming on Monday are some more invention tools. There's going to be one called Pyromaniac, which is a small chance of automatically throwing your whole inventory of logs in a bonfire, which is pretty good for those people who do the bonfire still. I only do bonfires for the percent boost for PVM, and for the experience up to 200 mil, I didn't do bonfires at all. I was using the Book of Chart. But for the people who do the bonfires, it's going to make skilling a lot nicer for them. Plus, you can AFK as much as you want. So it's definitely going to be AFK scape. for that as well. And they're going to have, let's see, a smithing hammer as well, I believe. Yep, there's going to be a tinderbox and a hammer. There's also going to be 5 new perks, and none of them are going to be negative. They're all going to be positive. They didn't really talk about any of those, but they did say that there's going to be 5 new perks, so be on the lookout for that, and I'll probably make a video on it anyways on Monday episode. The last thing that's going to be here on Monday is the Valentine's event. It's going to be slightly different this year. They're going to have some treasure hunter, so I don't know how different that is. They usually do treasure hunter for that, but there's also going to be another event after the treasure hunter starts, and I don't know if it's going to be between it starts and ends, or if it ends and then the event starts. But there's going to be an event with a new character called Wizard Deed It. It's supposed to be a spoof on Did It or something. I have no clue. It might be an English thing. I have no clue. But he wants to fix all the rage and anger in the RuneScape world, but he's not very good at it. So basically what we have to do is we got to go to Lumber's Crater and help the guy out, and then after that there's going to be a time capped event. It's a time limited event, a TLE, which is basically what we had with the Nihil event and then also the Doubloon event for Captain Deadbeard. So if you guys are interested in those type of events, they don't really take away from any skilling aspect. It's just, it gives you a little more incentive to skill actually, and it doesn't take away from it. So it's going to be cool. So you do get some rewards from the Valentine's event. There's going to be a new loot beam, and the one shown on video is not the highest tier. There's going to be a heart balloon, which is pretty cute. There's going to be a bunch of flowers with an idle animation to go with it. There's also a new rest animation, like you're laying on your bed, playing with your laptop or whatever. There's going to be a walk over ride with a heart-shaped hand gesture. There's going to be also a new staff. So like I said, it's going to roll into the next week. So on the 13th, the Valentine's timed event is going to be introduced into the game. So you have a week to do the treasure hunter and also the first part of the event. I don't know if it's to get the rewards or not. I don't think it's to get the rewards. I think the timed event is for the rewards. But also, you see that? I'm seeing double. Yep, double XP weekend, guys. This is going to be the 13th of February, so it's going to be actually a little early this year, considering last year it wasn't this early. They are making a couple changes, but do not be alarmed for all the people who do have the weekend off. You still have the full benefit of it, but they are making a different change for the Monday following. The experience will decay to a 1.8 times multiplier on Monday, and then the next day it would be a 1.6 multiplier, then the next day a 1.4, etc., until it gets to 1.0. And they're doing this because there was a good bit of feedback from the RuneScape community, and dang it, I gotta kill dogs. There was a good bit of feedback from the RuneScape community regarding availability during that weekend to play the game, and I can understand that. Let's say you're working weekends or you have an event that weekend that you're going to see your family or something, and you literally can't make it. Then those people are totally screwed, and they get no experience boost because they haven't been able to make that one weekend. So they're, catering to the people that, and I think it's very nice of them to do that. And it's actually kind of like what they used to have for the original bonus XP weekends. They used to be called bonus XP weekends, not double XP weekends. And it was more or less like you start the weekend with 2.0 multiplier, and then every hour it decays a little bit until you get down to the 1.0. I think it only lasted about 10 hours, so pretty much you had to get all your summoning done. Now it's just like straight, pretty much 2 times multiplier the whole friggin' weekend. Everybody goes ham. You can get hundreds of millions of experience. It's ridiculous. And then to top it off, you're gonna have even more of a chance. But the thing is, on the week following, you're going to have that decay, but also The decay also takes into account a XP cap. So they didn't specify what the cap was. They said it wasn't too unreasonable, but it also definitely limits the amount of experience that you can get. Let's say you did 200 million summoning. You won't be able to, well, obviously you won't be able to do summoning, but you won't be able to get another 200 mil herb lore because you're going to have an XP cap on the decay. So but there's no cap on the normal weekend, so that's very good. I was happy to hear that. Also, we're going to have something called a game jam. It's going to be on the same exact weekend as the double XP weekend. So the people who are JMods who work at the company and actually like double XP weekend and they train on their other accounts, they are not available to do that because they're working on something called Game Jam, which is basically it's a weekend for passionate JMods that don't get to see their ideas come into the game, but really, really want to see, a little piece of their mind into the game. And I can understand that completely. And they'll sit down for a whole weekend and design their passion, or they're calling them passion projects. And then during the following weeks, the higher up in the Jagex franchise will look over the ideas and the passion projects that the JMods have developed, and they'll hopefully put them into the game. I think it's a fun way to encourage the employees to, input their ideas and also make the game better, And also, they are taking player feedback, so it's not just the JMods, but I think it's primarily going to be the JMods to see, their 2 cents into the game. So I think it's great. I think they're going to be live streaming most of it. And I really hope that they live stream the development because I want to see some of the modeling and the coding that they do. I think that would be pretty interesting. And that, I think, will be on Twitch. If not, it'll probably be on YouTube afterwards as a summation video or something. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. On Monday, the 20th of February, we're going to have something called Skill Cape Perks, which was an interesting idea, and I heard it earlier today. I actually didn't hear it until today. And it was mentioned that Skill Cape Perks are going to come into the game, and I saw the Twitter post. I'm going to flash it on the screen. Well, not flash it. I'll show it on the screen of the Twitter post that Mod Harrison and Mod Wolf were working on. Skill capes currently don't really have any merit other than a +1 boost and then the fashion scape, which I don't see very much fashion. I don't really in the skill capes themselves, but there's not really much of a use in the game because a lot of people, they go for max cape for that max teleport to PVM with. So if you have, like, the fire capes are better than, the skill capes in a respect. So, if you don't have a max cape, then you should get a fire cape instead of a skill cape for that sort of stuff. So it's not really much of a use. But what they're going to do is they're going to add skill cape perks. Some of them are going to be passive and some of them are going to be active effects, and they did mention 2 perks that they're going to have. There's going to be one for the invention, and the way this one works is the drain rate is too quick currently in combat. This is the player feedback. So what they're going to do is they're going to reduce the drain of your charge, but the downside is you have to be wearing the invention cape. And then Mod Harrison tweeted another perk, which I'm showing in screen now, the strength perk. It allows the ability Dismembered to last an extra 2 seconds. So this is a bleed ability, so an extra 2 seconds would get 2 or 3 bleeds, and I don't currently know how many ticks each bleed is. I'm assuming 2 or 3. But that's actually really cool. I did mention that you need to be wearing the cape, but if you do have a max cape, a completionist cape, or a completionist cape trimmed, you will be able to store 3 perks of your choosing into the cape. Now they wanted to limit it because the comp cape is already it's already the best cape in the game, and it's pretty overpowered if you think about it. So they limited it to 3, and you can pick and choose which ones you want to do. All you got to do is buy a skill cape and then feed that skill cape to the completionist cape. So a little bit of cannibalism going on there, but it's all good because perks are good, and that means we're gonna have even more invention things, which I think is really cool. I've been wanting to see what they would do with invention for a whole freaking year. I only trained invention for like a week, and then it was done. Main use for invention for me is PVM at this point, because the perks definitely help a lot. But there hasn't been much content for invention, and I was disappointed with that because they were showcasing it when invention came out. They had the little tunnel. They're like, "Oh, there's gonna be a lot more stuff for invention. Don't you worry." But that was put on the back burner, so to speak. So yeah, that's it for the skilling cape perks. I will go back to that in another video once I know more information. But the last update of the month is going to be on the 27th, and it's going to be a mystery quest. They did specify some of the stats: 45 runecrafting, 35 slayer. I forgot the other one. I think it's like 50 divination or something like that. It's definitely divination. I just don't remember the level. But it seems like it's going to be a lower tier quest. But hopefully it'll be cool, and always like a little bit of mystery. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this ramblings. I hope that this information was in a concise manner and you enjoyed the video. I will see you tomorrow for another video. Peace. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great day. Follow me on social media and subscribe for more. Peace.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day.